Right? I've had some amazing conversations with team members this week. Had an amazing meeting with Audrey, who travelled from Bristol all the way to Chesterfield to come and see me. She got in her car for 3 hours to come and see me, and wow, what a meeting it was! Because of the meeting that we had, that's what's enabled me to put together with what I've done with Paula today to move you guys forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to Paula to start first of all. So we'll start the duplication of how to pitch this, how to close it, and how to get them on the three-way call.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to mute you. If please just put stuff in the chat that you need. Don't unmute yourself whilst we're talking, okay?
Okay, everyone, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
So we were chatting earlier about how we're approaching conversations, and we've got to make it simple. I think some of us can get a bit overwhelmed when we're having conversations, and we've got to keep it simple. So we've got a script. Now it's a loose script. You should always make it your own, but it's just a standard that can be duplicated along the way with everyone that you introduce, but it brings in the key aspects of everything that we need to be speaking to people about. So I'm going to go through it, and then what we'll do is share it in the different chats and everything so that you've got your own copy. So first question is always going to be, do you like to travel? It's going to be a yes most of the time. If it's a no, move on to the next person. But when they say yes, the question is simply, and you will have heard this before, would you rather pay wholesale or retail for that travel? Whatever they answer to that is always going to be fantastic. Have you seen the video that's now going viral on how you can get a wholesale prices? They'll probably say no because they're not fully aware of us yet. Then that's the time to send the Dreamcation video out. But try and plan as well with them when you're going to catch up. So what I tend to do when I'm sending videos is I will always kind of say, have you got time to watch a short video now? If they say no, sorry, the dog and cat are fighting. I then say, when's a good time for you to catch that? Because what we want to be doing is then following up 5 or 10 minutes after they've watched it. But we also want to get permission from them and an affirmative for them to sort of say, yes, I'm going to watch it and this is when I'm going to do it. So it's always worth planning when they're going to watch it and planning when to send it rather than just straight out. When they've watched it, straight after, you're going to follow up and you're going to say, what do you like best about it? No matter what it is that they say, and this is the thing with the way that we do things, this is how it can duplicate so easily. It doesn't matter what they're going to say because there will always be something in there that appeals to everyone. So it doesn't matter what they respond with, but what we can then respond with is, there is also a way of making some serious money without selling. You can send the hotel site video, which covers all bases then. You've basically presented them most of the options of what we've got available. When they then watch that, what do you like best about it? No matter what they say then, we're going through that sort of process. We can then explain, that's just a taster of how powerful this company really is. Let me send you the full presentation. It'll be the best 20 minutes of your year or something similar. And then it's a matter of setting up that time when they're definitely going to commit to watching it. So if you've got time right now, if yes, send it. Time it so it's about 30 minutes later when you're either phoning them up. Phoning is going to be the better option, or when you're speaking to them again.
Paula?
Yeah.
I've made you host, so if you want to share what you've got on your screen, you can do so.
Okay. 1 second. Right. Okay. Can you see that? Yeah. So then if they're not able to watch it straight away, when can you? As I've mentioned, you want that sort of affirmative as to when they're going to watch it, and then you can contact them straight after. The links are all here for you as well, so we'll get that in the chat as soon as this Zoom's done. So then we're sending out a full presentation, or alternatively, we're getting them on a call on a Thursday night. And then we're asking the same question, what do you like best about it? There will be something that's going to stand out. I'm being attacked by all the animals. I'm so sorry, the dog's just been jumping on me and now the cat's here. Ah, it's not kids, it's animals. And whatever they answer to what excites them most about the full opportunity, you agree with. Because once you've got that agreement and that common ground with someone, then you're building that rapport even more. And let's face it, we all love this company. We love every aspect of it. So whatever they're going to say, we can agree with anyway. But we can say that's exactly what got me hooked on this. Let's get you on a call with one of my partners so we can work out which is the best package for you and your family and get you traveling the world for next to nothing. And then you're booking in a three-way call. Remember, your three-way calls are essential for being able to close someone to become a member with our club. And it's that simple. Does anyone have any questions?
I forgot to put a name on there, and that's Annie, because Annie can do three-way calls. She's amazing at closing them as well. So I do apologise, Annie, your name's not on there, and I'm going to put your name on that as well. Because,
okay, thanks, Sam.
Well, yeah, I do apologise that I left you off there. I've been moving quick today. Annie and I have worked together on this. One of the things that I did is, in order for Annie to be where she is, in fact, Annie, do you want to say it rather than me say it?
What about three-way calls?
Yeah, about how I've got you where you are.
Oh, how I've managed to close three-way calls, because I've been on three-way calls with Sam a few times with prospects, and I've just watched Sam, how she talks to people, how she prospects them from the beginning to the end. I've watched her technique. It's a special technique, how to speak with them, to engage with them. And I've done it a few times, and all of a sudden, one day, I remember asking Sam if she could help me, but Sam was busy. So I thought, let me just do this on my own, because I need to learn how to do things on my own rather than keep depending on Sam. And that call I had with this prospect, just me and that one person, and I closed the sale, I closed the deal. And ever since then, I've just been, confident with it. It just depends on the person. But yeah, that's how I learned how to close a call, thanks to the lovely Sam. So yeah, that was really good.
What Paula's just delivered to you guys is how I pitch. That is how I pitch. So you have your little tarte, and if it goes off track, you bring it straight back. That's what you do, because what you're doing is you're just looking, it's a needle in a haystack, and you've got to be like water. You've got to be fluid, and you've just got to keep moving. Never take it personal if someone says no. Just keep moving. Now, Paula wanted to go through objections, didn't you, Paula?
I did, yeah, but if I can just add to what you just said, I think sometimes we can get lost with attraction marketing. The whole point is to build up a relationship, but sometimes we can get lost as to when to ask the question. So it's all right having a back and forth conversation, getting to know someone and getting to find out about them and finding common ground. But if we're never going to get around to asking that question, then it's not going to build your business. And that sort of script that would come together there really brings it back into focus as to what the whole point of the conversation is. I mean, I love making new friends. I really do. And I get on with people when I am networking. I have great relationships. But it's only for so long that I can continue sort of back and forth with chit chat, because I do want to find out if I can help them change their lives as well.
What's your time frame on chit chatting?
It depends on how the conversation's gone, because I'll ask questions about their family, relationships, what their occupation is, and usually when I'm asking about occupation is when I'll drop in the travel question. But it depends, because sometimes I'm talking to parents who are wanting to send kids away, so I'll ask it straight off. So I'll talk about the kids for a bit, and then I'll ask, are you going away with the kids? Because I'm going on my first dream vacation in February, and it's cost me £8 for the week for 4 kids and me. You know what I mean? So it is powerful and it gets you back to talk about it.
I must admit, I do tend to talk about people's family when I'm chatting to them. One of the things that I'll do, you know, I don't ask them what they do in respect of, you know, what to do work-wise. The reason why I don't ask that is that the minute you ask someone that, because they know they're about to be pitched, and so I don't ask that question. I literally, you know, I'm quite quick as well when I'm moving, when I'm networking. Literally, the way that I am, I'll talk to them for probably about 2 days, and then it's like I'm straight in with the travel. That's the way that I do it. Have you got anything else to share on your screen, Paula?
There's nothing else to share on the screen now.
Can you please give the hosting back to me, and then we'll do the objections, because I do believe that it's very important that we get through the objections.
How do I do that, Sam?
Just click on me, the 3 dots, pull it down, and then hit host.
Perfect. Learn a new thing every day, folks. There we go, done. April, what if it's a new person I've added at random, or if it's a person that has been on your Facebook for a long time but you never speak to them? So we're starting with objections already. And well, if it's a new person that I've added, I add minimum 5 new friends every day on Facebook, and I will send them a message immediately and say, hi, your name has popped up on my recommended friends list. I see we've got a few things in common. How are you? Or how's your weekend been? Or what have you got planned this week? How's your 2020 going? Depending on what I want to say at the time, I will say, have you got any trips planned for this year? Have you got anything exciting going on? And then start a conversation in that way. And then, but that can also then naturally lead on to the travel question, can't it? Because if I'm asking about, got anything exciting, 9 times out of 10 when I've asked that, they've said, oh, well, I'm going here, or I want to go here, but finances, blah, blah, blah. And it's an opening to have that conversation. If it's someone that's been on your Facebook for a long time, but you never speak to them, one of the things that you can start doing is liking their posts or commenting on their posts so that you're getting that engagement back with them rather than going straight into a chat. That's how I would do that. That's how I do things. But I know we're all different. So, Sam, back to you.
So I'm just giggling because Lottie's daughter is just like, moved herself over. Ta-da! Because I've met them. It's like, hi! Just comical. With me, we all know I'm blunt. Come on, I'm straight to the point. I'm very, very direct. I just literally go straight in. Do you like to travel? And yes, at times I will literally go directly into someone's Facebook Messenger, straight with it. I like, hi, do you like to travel? We all have our own technique, and no one is here to tell you exactly what to do. We're just here to guide you on the way that we do it. But I have found that the wording that I use within that script to be very, very powerful. And this is why when you see me in building mode, I'm all of a sudden, because I stick to what I know that I need to stick to. I haven't got time to waffle. I've got a very, very busy life. You guys have got a very busy life. So, you know, some of us will have time to be able to, hi Gladys, thank you for coming on, sweetheart. I'm just going to meet you, darling. I have recorded this, so you'll be able to catch it from the beginning. I can't even mute you. Can you mute yourself, Gladys, for me, darling?
Yeah, Lottie's saying there, keep it simple. That's key.
Yeah.
Because say when your team starts to grow, if they can't do the same things that you've done, then it's not going to work. And that's the whole point of what we're doing.
I always go back to this, and I say this, like my personal plate, even though I've not got it on my car, is KISSSJG, and people think it means kiss. It doesn't. It means keep it simple, stupid. That's the whole thing about life. The more simple you keep things, the more you get done. And that's why, you know, processes work. And this is just a process, guys. It's all it is. It's just like literally having a pack of cards and you're looking for the 4 aces. You're just shuffling through constantly. So Put objections in that you guys have got that you'd like us to handle right now.
Some of the objections that have come to me from our team, from some in my team, is how do you handle when you've sent a video or you've sent a tool across to them and they've watched it but they've never responded? Do you just ignore and move on, or do you go and, what I do, for example, I will then go and if I have time, I will like some of their posts to remind them that I'm still around and that I'm still on the radar. If they still don't respond, then I do just drop and go. I don't necessarily message them and say I'm never going to speak to you again, because it might be that the time's not right. But I do let them know discreetly that I'm still around, but I don't really push it on them. What do you do, Sam?
Well, the term for that is called ghosting, okay? And everybody gets ghosted within the industry. Also on top of that, Paula hit on such a great point there. You may have sent something to someone, and let's be honest about it, people have busy lives. Could be a case you've sent a message to them, their kids have started kicking off and had an argument, and then they've forgot to come back to that conversation. So, you know, I do it a couple of ways. I will like stuff on their page. If they are in the lifestyle tribe, I will tag them in videos. What I'll also do as well is I will literally go and get the clip of the video. So you know the where you can literally go in and you can copy to share it. I will pick it up. I will take it out of the travel tribe. I will then send it to them and I will say, not sure if you've seen this, but we were talking about this and I remember you saying that this is of interest to you. So I thought I'd make my life easy for you and just send it to you directly. I find that really, really works for me, because what I've done is I've remembered the conversation that we've had. Like, so say for instance, they've said to me that, you know, they like going to Spain. So what I'll do is this. I'll show you what I do. Rather than tell you, I'll show you. Let's just go on Facebook. Canva, banking, and pay to save.
Look at this pen. Honestly, I've got 4 kids. There's no pen that works in this house other than felt tip. Anyway, carry on, Sam.
That's funny. So when you look at the top of here, you can see what the book reference is. So you can see what page that I'm on. It's going to pop up as well. You schedule post you watch, because it's scheduled to go right now. Now, also, I'm going to quickly show you this as well. Go to the announcements when you're trying to find anything quickly in respect of the posts that we put up for the dream vacations. Everything is in the announcements. We've done it deliberately for you, so you haven't got to sit searching through all the stuff that we put through the group. And it also means as well that when you're networking, you can tag people quickly on those announcements. So you come down here, say for instance this one here, and I've been speaking to Moo, and Moo's been ghosting me. You literally pick it up here. I've got a lot open on my computer at the moment for what we're about to do, hence why it's slow this end. Right, okay, so when you come down here, so I've hit show on tab because it's working differently on my computer to what it is on here. So that's not giving me what I want. When I do it on my phone, because I work a lot on my phone, literally I can pick it up. So what you can do is you can just literally put them in there. Have a look, see if I can do it another way. Right. It's not giving me to copy it across. But on my phone, okay, so I'll just guide you through what I do on my phone. So if I go into announcements, I'm going to do what Todd does. I'm going to put my phone to the computer. So when you go to the 3 lines on your phone, Moo, behave. I can see what you're doing. When you go to the 3 lines on your phone, and please do this whilst we're on this call right now, go to the 3 lines, and then you can see on there it says copy link. So literally what I would then do, say for instance, I'm going to send this to Moo right now. And you should see that this is going to pop up any second. Here we go. All right. Can you see here that that link has popped up right there for her? So, Moo, would you do me a favour, sweetheart? Would you just click on that, and will you come up and will you just show your if I just stop sharing for a second, can you just put your phone to the screen so everyone can see that I've just sent that to you? Can you see that that's the exact post that I've just literally copied? So go to the 3 lines, bring it down, hit copy link, and then all you have to do is when you go into their messenger, paste it. That's all you have to do.
That's a fantastic idea. I've not really done that unless I've not really done that very often. That's a brilliant idea there.
Sam, if you do that, does that work for people who are not in the tribe group as well? Or do they have to be in the group?
No, they have to be in the tribe group. And anything that you pull out of the lifestyle group, they physically have to be a member to be able to see it, because if not, it comes up attachment can't be seen. So yes, they do have to be in the lifestyle tribe group. Yes, they do. So great question, Moo, and thank you for bringing that up, because I'd have forgot to bring that up. So I really appreciate you doing that. It doesn't work like that on an iPhone, and I'm not getting copy line option. Okay.
Does it say share?
Pardon?
No share. No.
I don't know if I don't have an iPhone, I have Android, and this is why I use Android. I cannot stand iPhones for that reason, because they're very restrictive on what you can and can't do.
I'm sure there's a way around it, with an iPhone. I just can't think what it is.
Well, there's one way to find out.
What's Moo got? What, Save Put? Oh, that's all you've got? Oh.
You should
Mine's
be able
an
to
iPhone as well.
You should be able to share with iPhone, because I've got an iPhone. I share pretty much everything.
You share it. Annie, do you share it?
I'm Googling it.
You should be able to. You should be able to share.
Okay.
I've had iPhones all my life, and I share everything. If there's a share option, I'll just share it. So.
Yeah, I've got iPhone as well.
Team Android for me as well, Kenny.
Okay, so it's saying open the Facebook app. It's a blue icon with a white lowercase. Facebook usually located on the home screen. Go to the Facebook page you want for the URL. Tap share and then tap copy link.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what I do.
Fantastic.
Anything you can't find, seriously, Google has got an answer for everything. Just don't Google your health, all right? Because you'll think you're dead. That's the only thing I do. Right, okay. Next one.
So, Amy, if people keep saying they are waiting for payday,
That's fine. What you turn around and say to them, I appreciate and respect that. At the end of the day, we wouldn't want to pressurise you to come in when it's not the right time for you. We only want you welcome in our family when the time is right for you. We're not here to do pressure sales. That's how you respond to that. And then you then turn around and say to them as well, I will write it down. Is it okay if I write it down in my diary and I contact you 24 hours before the date you say that you want to come in? We'll start chit-chatting, quick refresh, and if you're ready, then we bring you in.
Mhm.
And always use that phrase as well. Is it okay if, because you're again getting their permission, because you're asking them, is it okay if, Bob, I can contact you on the day that you blah, blah, blah. Is it okay? Charlotte's next. I spoke to a very rude lady who said, well, it's not £0 per night, is it, if you pay for a membership? She even called me a liar. I went through the right process. She was actually rude from the get-go, saying I'm not interested. Never heard of them, blah, blah.
Next.
Yeah, next. Thanks for your time. What I would say with negative people like that is do not try and keep your composure and don't end it on a negative. Just say, well, thank you so much for your time and thank you for reading this information. Thank you for taking the time to get back to me. Have a lovely day. That's it. Next. Because you never know when we are blowing up, she will come back and she'll say, you've told me about this one before, haven't you? And I didn't listen.
That's true, Paula, because what they'll do, they'll just keep watching. They might not want it there and then, but they'll keep watching. They'll come back. That's true.
Absolutely. Any other objections whilst we're all on?
Please don't think what you put in there is silly, all right? Because at the end of the day, the best way for all of us to learn is by this, and this helps everybody. So whatever objection you've had, doesn't matter what it is, chuck it in there so we can help you.
You know, one thing that you got to remember, and I was talking about this with Annie not too long ago, is I had a gentleman, he reached out to me, he wanted me to join his business, and I didn't end up joining the business, and he started getting belligerent with me. He started, saying a lot of things. What you got to understand is just because somebody doesn't join you in a business now does not mean they will not join you in a business later, okay? But if you start getting belligerent with them and start getting an attitude with you, with them, they're not going to join your business, okay? So, and I had to, relay that to him, like, you just don't do that, because just like Paula said, a lot of times people will come back months later. They'll come back when they see you blowing up. They'll come back and they'll want to join your business, because some things are just too powerful.
Yeah.
When they see the movement and what's going on, they're going to want to be a part of it. So, never count people out.
That's true, Kenny. Very true, Kenny. Very true.
If you're closing that communication down and you're saying, well, I wouldn't want you in my team anyway, then you're closing down something. You don't know what the future has to offer. And you don't know how they'll change over that time as well.
Yeah, I actually did a live about this last night because somebody had reached out to me about doing business, and then they actually started getting an attitude with me. Okay, I was like, you reached out to me because you needed the help. You knew you had a problem, you had an issue that you wanted to get solved, and here you are getting an attitude with me, and all I'm trying to do is just help you, and that was what my live was about last night. And, I was just saying that, like, sometimes I don't understand people. You try to help them and they get an attitude with you. We're doing this out of the goodness of our heart. We're doing this because we want to help you, and so, I think sometimes people just need to relax, and just take it easy,
I agree.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm just going to say it as it is. About an hour ago, I got pitched by the top guy in Revital You, the guy that actually brought it to the country. And they've been after me for months, to the point of, will you come and have dinner with us? Like, they're even offering me top spots in. And I've literally turned around and said to him, I'm really, really happy where I am. There is no way that I'm going to join another network. I would never, ever join another networking company while I'm doing this. There's no way. And I'm not leaving Pay to Save. I absolutely love working in this company. I love the ethics of the hierarchy, the CEO, working with Todd is phenomenal, which is absolutely off the wall. There is no way that I would look at anything to do with networking. Not on my radar. So then he goes, are you getting paid well? And I just looked at that and thought, you are an absolute moron, aren't you? It's like, bye. So, we all get it, and we get it where they get a bit antsy with us, and it's just like, just leave them to it. At the end of the day, that's their problem.
You know, I definitely agree with what Mahmuda was saying down there in the comments too, because the Forex people and the Bitcoin people, they get very, very aggressive, you know, and no matter how many times you tell them, you know, and like you try to be nice with them because you don't want to get an attitude with them, but when they constantly trying to pitch you over and over, and you've already told them, like, look, I want you to succeed, I want you to win, I'm rooting for everybody, but they got to stop, you know, like they got to stop. There comes a point when you got to stop pitching, you know what I mean? So there's too many people out here to worry about. If somebody says no, just move on, you know, kindly respect that and move on to the next person, you know?
Yeah, that's all you can do. Don't get me wrong, sometimes people will really push your buttons, and we all do lose it from time to time. Sometimes I will bite back because, like, if someone's but you know what, when I lose it like that, it's myself I'm actually letting down, and I know it after I've done it. Yeah, none of us are perfect, but you know that does happen from time to time. But the best thing to do is and just keep moving forward, because the thing about it is if you don't, you're going to lose your flow, and you don't need to lose your flow. Your flow is the most important thing to you, so just move forward like water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Monica. What about when people say they don't like recruiting? First off, for myself, for that, what I say to that is recruiting or introducing anyone is optional. Because don't forget, we've got that now where it's separated. We've got customers and we've got team members, and they go down different journeys, really. Your customers are going to use the products that we've got. Your team members are going to use it as a business and recruit. So that's optional. I always say that. Anything to add, Sam?
Yeah, I'll tell you how I get around it, because that's a really, really, really good question, Monica. Because let's be honest about it, not everybody wants a business, but what they want is they want to be able to have this just for the travel. So, excuse me, I don't want to cough in your ears. This is what I do. So if they're in the USA or if they're in the UK, I then talk about the entertainment portal in the USA, because obviously within the USA, they get $100 worth of dining vouchers each month. If they come in on a titanium package, they're only paying $69.95 per month for their membership. They get $100 worth of dining vouchers. So then automatically they're $30 up, don't have to recruit. Then obviously if they're using the portal for the shopping, they're able to get everything cheaper than what they get from Amazon. Again, that gives them the savings, which offsets against what the monthly membership is. I do exactly the same for the UK. The big one is this one. So obviously we've got the all for one card. You can get 7.5% off with that, and you can actually use that in Tesco's. So if you look at the average shop for someone that's shopping in Tesco's, it's going to be between £80 and £100 per week. So if they're on a titanium package, when you're looking at that's £55 per month, that costs in English pound and pence. The average saving that you can get using the portal is around about £50 to £55, because if you've got your petrol where you've got up to 5p a litre local, 10p a litre on the motorways, I can't talk to you at the moment, sorry darling. They just come in like wearing a Halloween outfit. Oh my days, yeah. So basically they've got up to 10p a litre off the motorway, got 5p locally. But then if they use the All for One card, they've got 7.5% off in over 300 stores, and one of them is Tesco's. It's a big, big clencher. So these are the sort of things that you need to be saying to people as well, that we've got this and we've got that. I know that all this stuff isn't on the corporate call, but I always throw it in. Because
you know, Sam, I had a prospect that I've been sending information to, and she was telling me that she used to be with another travel that she paid like $1,000 to get started with, and she said the value that she got from it was a joke. And so she was like just blown away by this company. You know, guys, I think a lot of it, you have to understand the value that you have here. They give you a lot for, for very little. So she was so happy that I sent her the information. I think it's only a matter of time. She'll be getting started with us, but very good value here.
Win-win, definitely.
Can you just take over this for a second, Paula? Because I'm just going to go grab a link and I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys to copy, and it will show you the video that I did to completely navigate yourself around the back office, and it's got everything about the events on it for you as well, and the savings portal.
Yeah, no problem. So, Monica, is it a pyramid scheme? Everyone will have their own way of dealing with that question. We clearly know it's not a pyramid scheme. But what I do is I turn it back to them and I say, what do you understand a pyramid scheme to be? Because in my experience, a lot of the time, people don't actually understand what a pyramid scheme is. But because they presume that we are in, say, the shape of a pyramid, it's a pyramid scheme. It's not, because we've got a clear product, we've got clear commissions being paid, we've got people using the products that we have available every single day. And in a pyramid scheme, that isn't available, and people are basically paying on the promise that they will receive goods or money or whatever it may be that they're signing up to, and it's not necessarily there and available. And with a pyramid scheme, you cannot rank up above others. Others have to benefit from you before you can go further up. Whereas we know, it all depends. It's happened in the company. People have ranked up above the people that have introduced them. That just physically isn't possible in a pyramid scheme. But to answer the question, I always put it back to them so that they can explain to me what they know is a pyramid scheme, or think they know, because you don't know until you know. And if I can then explain to them exactly what it is, then they're learning and I'm making it better. I've got to be clear about that as well.
But,
what about you, Sam?
The way I say a pyramid scheme, this is what I literally turn around and say to them: come on, everything in life is a pyramid scheme, no matter what way you look at it. Even the family is, because you've got granddad at the top, you've got the aunts and uncles, then you've then got the kids. Everything's a pyramid scheme. But the difference here with this one is that you are not beholden to only earning what they think your worth is. You can earn what your worth really is. Because when you work for a 9 to 5, the boss is only going to pay you what he thinks you're worth. But with this, you can go straight up to the top and be paid what you are actually really worth. And that's how I do it, because that sort of taps into people's brains. When you turn around and say to them, well, your employer is only going to pay you what he thinks you are worth. With this company, you will get paid your worth. You'll get paid for what you put in. You'll get paid for the amount of work that you do correctly. So if you want to go to the top and you want to surpass anyone who is above you, you are able to do so. But you can't do that in your 9 to 5, because your boss is never going to pay you more than he pays himself.
Very true, Sam. I like that.
Yeah, that regular 9 to 5 is the real pyramid, because the worker, the one that's putting in the most work, they're at the bottom, and they're doing the most work, So I absolutely agree with that, and I say the same thing too, Samantha.
We've got some really amazing people in this team. Kenny, as you can tell, is absolutely amazing, brought on by Annie. And this is why I love the fact that we're getting together, we're doing this Zoom call, and that it's not just me or Paula talking. You guys are really getting involved in this, and this is how you're going to benefit the most, by really getting involved. So Bob, over to you, because I know you want to say something. Let me unmute you, darling. You're unmuted. You should be. Hang on a second. I can't.
Are you talking to me?
I need to mute you now. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to mute you. Can you mute yourself, please, Bob? Unmute yourself. That might even help if I.
Yes, there I go. Am I in?
You are.
Yeah. Okay. I saw it in the chat. Somebody said something about, it sounds too good to be true. Okay. I've answered that. I have answered that question so many times. You know who never, ever says it's too good to be true? 2%. 2%. That's it. Here in the United States, The upper echelon, everybody who's making a ton of money, never says it's too good to be true because they know it's not. They know. They've known it for years. They don't tell anybody. They don't say, oh, yeah, you can make a ton of money over here because they keep it a secret. Those are the only people who never say that. They've conditioned us. They've got it to the point where you're supposed to go to work. You're supposed to get a paycheck. You're not supposed to know that you can make this kind of money. They don't want you to know it. 2%.
You know what? Bob is absolutely right. People, people in the UK and people in other countries, they're bosses. You know what I mean? But people in the U.S., they got this misunderstanding that everything should be handed to them, or that the world owes them something, when in fact it doesn't. But like Bob said, that's been kind of planted in their brain since the time they were born. So for me, I love worldwide opportunities because I know I'm going to be dealing with people that actually want to bring the change into their life. Sometimes it's very hard dealing with people in the United States because they're so hard-headed. They're so rock-headed. They think everything is one way, and it's not. They should really, like I say all the time, like they should really go to another country and see how they live and how their culture is, and then maybe, just maybe, the way they think would be different, and maybe they would start taking more chances in their life,
I agree with you both completely. I think conditioning is a huge part of why people don't go down this route. I mean, I only found out about network marketing about 5 years ago, and since then it's changed my life because I know that I can rely on myself. I don't want to rely on a boss to pay me every month. So.
I'm going to just tell you guys straight. I worked this system for 7 weeks hard, and within 7 weeks, I was able to produce a residual income that paid me more than my day job working 40 hours on the phone. That's what you can do with this. That's how powerful this system is. And that's why we've put what we put together for you, because I really totally understand and respect that some of you have been feeling a bit lost. And I also respect the fact that we all get a bit embarrassed to say that we feel a bit lost. No one wants to admit it. And that's why, it's imperative that we do what we do. We do what we do today. And then when we get off this call tonight, you guys go to work with it, because you're going to kick yourself. Because what you're going to start seeing is you're going to start seeing people who are coming into this business. You're going to think, I want to speak to them. I want to speak to them. And you didn't. And it's going to happen because we're going to blow this up in the UK. We're going to blow this up big. I am not stopping. Paula's not stopping. Annie's not stopping. Bob's going to blow this up.
Everybody say it. I'm not stopping.
I ain't stopping.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked about leads. I saw in the comments. Somebody was asking about finding more leads.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple things I do, which may not be good for everybody. I've worked with ClickFunnels. I've worked with dark posts. I've done a lot of things that'll generate leads and how to make like Facebook ads not cost you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Facebook ads are can cost you 25 cents a click sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody I know wants to belong to the 7-figure club. I do not want to belong to the 7-figure club until I belong to the 3-0 club. Okay? My clicks from Facebook cost me 0.0003. That's what my clicks cost me from Facebook. And I'll have
I can actually help with the leads.
Awesome.
Because I actually have a tool that I use where I'm able to target anybody that I want at any time. I can even geo-target with it, and that's how I get my leads. I actually happen to be the top affiliate with that tool at one point. So I actually use that tool to get leads. But if you guys just want to get free leads, when you make a post, look at who loves your post, who puts a like on your post, who loves your post.
Mm-hmm.
If they put a love on it, that is a potential lead. That is a free lead, so or if you guys do videos or anything that you do, anybody that puts a love on that is a potential lead. That is a free lead or you can use a tool. It just depends on how you want to go about it. With the tool that I use, it sends out all the friend requests automatically for me, so I don't have to. And then they just start accepting, and then I go right to the messenger and I start connecting with them. So there's a lot of different ways to get leads. Everybody has their tool that they use.
Sorry, just to interrupt. I've got lots of hearts and stuff like that. There's always guys who bother instead of they just wanna go for a date or some rubbish. And it's just
that's a problem with that's a big problem for women entrepreneurs, because I was actually talking with Annie about this recently, and even my own wife, she's not an entrepreneur, but she says she has big respect for women that are entrepreneurs, because that's the thing that you have to worry about. Men always want to talk to you. They want to try to hit on you, and then if you don't talk to them, then they start getting disrespectful, so those people, I would say, just don't even pay them any attention. Like, don't even give them the time of day. If they do that, just block them, and be done with it.
Nice, thanks.
Just have to move on, like Kenny said, because I get that a lot, from guys. I've had guys that come to my inbox, say to me, "Oh, Annie, I saw your post, and can I have some information?" So I said, "Okay then." So I send them over the information, and then the next thing, one guy was honest with me. He said, "Oh, the only reason why I asked you for information is because I want to date you." And I'm like, "What?" So at that point, I just thought, no, this is not how I do business. So I just said, "Thank you for coming." I blocked them. I just blocked them.
These guys are so silly, though.
But I don't, Christina, what you need to do is don't even waste time with these sorts of people. Say, "Thank you for your time," press the block button and move on.
These guys are so silly, though, because any woman that is about her business, she is not trying to use Facebook or any other social media site to hook up with anybody. She's about her business. She's trying to get her money, so and they know that, but guys are stupid by nature.
Another tip I want to give you guys as well, another tip to try and get leads, which is what I do, which works quite well, because sometimes I do which I haven't done for a while. I'm going to start doing it again. So when you do your lives on your Facebook, so you can put your live videos onto YouTube, okay? And I started doing it, and if it's not a live, you could do a recorded video. So you put it on your YouTube channel, you put your link for your Facebook, you put your email address, okay? You put your link for your travel business, and give them ways to contact you, even if you want to put your phone number. For me personally, I don't put my phone number. Some people do, but for me personally, I don't, because of all these weirdos. So, and that way, I've had lots of people say to me, "Oh, I've seen your video on your YouTube channel." They contact me on Facebook. I've had people come to me from YouTube. That's a good way of getting leads. So if anybody wants to do that.
And there is a platform I've been using, guys. So a lot of people have been using it, but there is a platform where you're able to stream on Facebook and YouTube at the same time with this platform. So if anybody, if anybody wants information on that, just reach out to me. I love it, because if you have to find another platform to do that, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So this is a better option. You can even put 6 people on a live video with you at one time. So there's all kind of creative, great things that, just YouTube it. Just Google it, YouTube it. You can always get information like that.
And then post it. Yeah.
I'm conscious of the time, and there's still a few objectives that I would like to mention. So Audrey has said, "Is it a scam?" When you get the question, "Is it a scam?" What's your first response to that, Sam?
Well, considering I've took 5 figures out of it, most definitely not. Company's been going for 8 years. We're cash rich. The company owns property in the Big Bear area. So, is it a scam? You tell me. People
are going on the holidays. People are going on the free holidays. They're getting discounts on the shopping. So it's a matter of pointing out the things that people are actually receiving. I'd say in that situation. Amy,
Yeah.
how many people do you speak to for people to join in a day? For me, that would be Todd's advice on the 5-7-25 rule. Stick to a number, choose a number, stick to it, because it doesn't matter that, well, it does matter. If it's one person a day, then it's going to take quite a long time for you to build it up, because it is a numbers game. Although we're a people business, it's the number of people that you speak with that will get you to those people that are interested. So in a way, it's I hate saying that phrase, it's a numbers game, but in a way it is, because we don't know who is interested. We don't have $1 million advert on TV and a number for you to ring. We're speaking to people directly. So it is 5-7-25. Choose one of those numbers, speak to that many people per day, use the activity tracker if it helps, and go with that. And I mean, do you know your rates, Sam, on joining? Because it can fluctuate, you see, as well.
I'll show you. All right. Do I know my rate? Yeah, I do.
I knew you did.
Right.
I knew
This page here's got 30 people on it. So I've contacted 30 people, 1, 2. So I've got 2 signed on that page. 1, 2, 3 signed on that page. So out of 60, I've got 5 so far. I've got another 30 here. 1, 2, 3 signed again. I'm hitting about 3 and 15 guys. But what I'm doing is, excuse me for a second. Sometimes I'll chat with them, and then I'm going back to them and I'm following up. The key to it is to follow up. That's why I've got such a high conversion rate. But the reason why I've got a high conversion rate is I am direct, I'm straight to the point, and I'm waffling. I'm not interested in waffling. You know, and I've used the Lifestyle Tribe group so much because that edifies what we do. It's the best thing. And I would like to get onto that because I am really mindful. We've been on here 55 minutes. So you guys happy for me to move over to what I want to move over to?
Just a really quick one off April. I'm so sorry. Just a little quick one. I had a person say they didn't want to book their own flights. They'd rather have someone do it for them from the hotel site. So you sent your hotel site link. They want a travel agent, basically. Depending on how you want to work your business will depend on whether or not you are a travel agent and you want to take it down that route. Personally, I don't, because it's so time consuming. Don't know if you saw my live today. It's too time consuming for me. The way we work our membership is a lot more fruitful, and it gets to more people and it helps more people. I would move on from that person, and unless you are going to do your certified travel agency training.
100% agree with you. And the reason why I agree with you on that, when you are a travel agent, that is a job. You only get paid once. When you bring people into the club who want to be members, you get residual pay. You get residual pay from the 4th person you bring on. Because if you look at it, it's from 3 you get residual pay because that pays for your membership. On the 4th person you bring on, when they bring someone on, now you get $10 for every person underneath you that's your personal sponsor. So don't mess about with those that want to be a travel agent. Tell them to go somewhere else and waste their money, because they ain't going to be selling anything, because I can tell you that for sure. Because people are very, very skeptical of buying holidays of people they do not know off the internet. They want the assurance of dealing with a big company. So don't waste your time. Move on. I'm moving on right now. Okay. There's me getting pitched. As we were talking, I was having someone pitching me for the business. Okay, let me just do this 1 second. Let's see if I can get this to swing quick. Right. Feel free to go. In fact, actually, I'll stop sharing for a second. Are you guys able to go on the Lifestyle Tribe on your phone whilst we're on this Zoom call? Are you able to do it? Or If you're not, I'm still going to do it on here, but feel free to quickly go on it so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, these take me and Paula, they take us hours to do these, and I do mean, you know, it's a good hour to do a post like this. So you can see that we schedule posts so that therefore we're able to network. I am going to be coming away from admin more so that I can network and build this business, because I need to build the business, guys. And if all I'm doing is admin, I am never going to get this business built. So can you guys see this here? Are you a Games of Thrones enthusiast? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Actually, like the
Yeah.
post, you can see it. Nice one, Joe. That made an awful lot of sense. Sorry, it's a bit slow, guys. Okay, so what I've done is I've done a post on the Game of Thrones. I've then put in a property that is not that far from there. I've then also put on there the Game of Thrones walking tour, so that therefore they know that as a company, we are able to offer them accommodation that is near that site, and also this wholesale prices to get on to where they want to get to. Now, this is how I do this. Was I sharing at that point? Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, thank you. If at any point I'm not sharing, Paula, can you tell me? Because you know what I'm like, I'm murder when I fly through this. Okay, so what I do first of all, so I wanted to come into Game of Thrones. So I've literally gone to Game of Thrones where the area is in Spain. So I literally went like this. Sorry, my phone is going off like clappers. Oh, it's you lot putting the lights on there. So right, so what I did is I literally scrolled through here to see what we've got. Now, obviously, Girona is near the airport, and for me, from my understanding of that, that was going to be the one which we would have in the back office. So literally, I've gone down here. Now, the first thing I did is I then went to the back office. I then went to the travel site. I then put into here, so I put in Spain to see. Now, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for obviously Girona. So when I come down here, actually, sorry, I do apologise, you need to be on the activities. So I put in Spain. I need Girona. I've then clicked it here. I've then hit the search button. That's then given me the information here. Now, the easiest way to do this is to do it on a phone, because if you do it on a phone, you can literally screenshot that. Depending on what phone that you've got, obviously you'll have different functions to do it. If you do not know how to screenshot on your own phone, please Google it. I use an Android. On Android, for me, it's the bottom volume button, and then it's the on-off button. I hit that at the same time. And then what I then do is I then go in and I just crop the picture by using my phone. It's the easiest way to do it, because when you're doing it on a computer, you will find that you'll have to use Paint like this, which it can be an absolute ball ache, because if you're doing it on a computer, like say for instance on this one here, if I go into, could you see the Paint screen? I don't think you could you?
Yeah, you could see it then.
You could, brilliant. Okay, so if you're doing it on a computer, what you need to do, you need to press Control Print Screen. And then what you then need to do is you go to Paint, and then you literally do Control V. And that should bring up, well, forgive the fact I've got my work on there, but that'll bring up, if you can see what I've just done there. So I'm just going to stop sharing for a second, okay? So I can just put that in here. So what you do, if you're on a computer, is control print screen at the same time. And then you need to then do control V.
What you can do, Sam, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's something called a snipping tool, depending what computer you have. But on a Windows, there's something called a snipping tool. And
I'm struggling to hear you, Paul. I don't know if it's me or not.
No, it could be my computer. There's something called a snipping tool. And you can actually cut out the part of your screen that you want to save, and it saves as a JPEG.
Can you do me a favour? Can you just Google that? Can you get the link and can you drop it into this chat so that everybody can copy it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate the help. Thank you, darling. Right, okay, so that's what I do there. I'm going to go back to sharing. Then what I then do is little tricks like this. So, like, say, for instance, I've then gone on to the Dream Vacations. I will, first of all, I will look to see where Girona is, like this. So I'll put it into the map. And I'll put in one of the Dream Vacations. So if we go here, come down to Dream Vacations. I know that I'm flicking quick with this, guys, but it is being recorded. The most challenging part, to be honest with you, is finding the pictures. Okay, so I'll go into Dream Vacations. I'll then put in the area that I'm looking for. So Europe, Spain. Put in the arrival date. Now the best way to work this, to do anything, put it forward to either 2 months or 3 months. Keep it at 60 days, because then that will bring up all of the accommodation that's on the inventory for that period. Because bearing in mind, you're just doing attraction marketing at that point. You're not physically wanting to look for your dreamcation. So I know that on here, Girona's there. I need to find a dream vacation that's going to be about an hour's drive to an hour and a half to make it worth the fact of them wanting to go where they're going to go to. So for me, the biggest one that I can see is this town here. So then when I go into here, I then literally, so I've got Spain. So I'm going to go back in again, and Europe. Sorry, guys. Spain. Now I'm going to pull down the drop down for Spain. So I want to find Taronga. So here you go. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. I then pull that up. And then what that does is that then will bring, if we get it to search, might help if I hit the search button. That then shows the properties. Now, what I'm looking for, because this is all about attraction marketing, I'm not worried about the price. I'm looking for the one that's got the best picture on it. So I'll cut that so that therefore it shows the prices there. What I then do is I then go into here, and I will then go to Games of Thrones, Girona, and then I am wanting pictures, okay? Might hope I can spell. And then it's going to bring me up what I'm looking for. Now, the best way to get the pictures is to literally go on the same site if you can. So you can see here, we'll go on here. You can see that I've just literally gone on and I've been downloading these pictures. So that's a very crude way of me showing you that, but that is how I'm putting these posts together. Now, this is what I really want to teach you. So that's how you put your post together. Go onto Wikipedia to get the information. So you cut and copy it across, and you put that as your post title so that all the information is there and it's factual. You want to make sure that whatever you are posting is factual. And what I would like you guys to do when you come off this call today, think about the audience you're trying to attract. So say, for instance, with Gina, and Gina's not on here tonight, her and Stacey have been wanting to do Ghana. So what they're doing is they're now going through stuff for Ghana, and that's what they're actually producing. If you want it so that therefore, you know, for you, yours is Florida, that's what you do. If your age range is for golfers, you get the stuff for golfers. So you Google, first of all, the places, and then once you've got the information, you then go to the dream vacations and find it that way. Don't go and find the dream vacation first and start Googling what's around. Work out what your market is and do it that way. So share again. Right, okay, Facebook here. Right, this here is a video that I've done. Watch this. What we're going to start doing, when I start to do posts like this, you see that video that I just put up there? I'm going to start putting, and I'm going to do it now. As I talk to you, I'm going to show you how I do this, okay? So I'm going to put a post on Facebook. Is everybody that's on this call on my Facebook?
Yes.
Yep.
If there's anyone that's not, can you say you're not on my Facebook? And if you're not, I'll get the link so you can come on it now. Okay, so, right, I'm going to go to the Travel Tribe. I am literally going to copy everything from that. So I'm going to copy the text. I'm going to go onto my Facebook. I am literally do this. I'm going to stick on post. Get a bit slow on my phone. Right. And then I'm going to go and grab the picture. Now you guys can grab the pictures off that group, not a problem. Photos.
You know, Sam, something I've been doing too is if anybody's interested, just reach out to me. But if you have an Android phone, you can actually create a movie with this. You can add the pictures, you can create a movie, and you can actually put music with it. So, like, if you guys want to just make the post, you know, even more appealing, have the music playing with it. There's a way you can do that with your phone. I'm not sure how you do it on iPhone, but on Android. Yeah, I know you do it. So if you got an iPhone, reach out to Annie. But
yeah, anyone wants to know how to make music, videos of music, just speak to me because I do them all the time. So
trust it's more. If you do that, guys, you're gonna attract more people.
Yes,
they're gonna want to. Yeah, it's gonna bring more people to your post because you're making it. I don't know. It's like you're bringing more more excitement to it.
And also, whilst you're making the video, guys, always make sure that you don't make them too long. I try to keep mine for about no more than 1 minute or so. And then what I do is I use them in my stories a lot, and that attracts a lot of people. The last one I did must have had about 150 people loving. You know, they do the love hearts, the wows, and all that sort of thing on my stories. So Sam's always said to use stories, and it does work. So another tip for you.
When you're using your Facebook story, you want to be putting about 5 posts up a day, okay? So if you go on Facebook right now, it's actually posting this. What I'm going to do in a second is I'm physically going to share this onto my Facebook story. So I do what Kenny said. I will literally put a video up sometimes. I have started putting music with mine as well. Now, the beautiful thing about it is that you can put a caption on your Facebook story. So you can still use the thing. So literally, how do you make it on an Android with music? You use Spotify, not Spotify. Hang on a second.
Well, I probably do mine different. But if you go to where your gallery is and you go in the corner where those three dots are, okay, you can click on that, and then you'll see something that says create movie. You create movie, you click on the pictures that you want, and then when you do that, you know, you can download it from any site. This is the way I do it. Any site that you want, and once you have that, you'll see something that says my music, and then you hit folders, and then you can just click on whatever song that you want, and it'll share it. It'll share it like that. But there's lots of different ways, you know, you can do it.
There's loads of different apps you can use. I've got about 3 of them on my phone that I create videos with. So it's just, you can just use different apps and they do the same thing, but some of them I like better than others, depending on what I want to do with them. So
For free?
yeah.
Right.
Sorry?
The apps, are they for free? No.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't have to pay for the apps. You just download it. Yeah. Just go to your, if you've got an iPhone, you just go to wherever it and just download the app and just create movies that way. You can, like Kenny said, you can add music to them. You can put writing in them. A lot of these apps I use to create posts, and I could just put writing in them. You can be very creative, Christina. It's about being creative.
The one thing you have to remember is that you always.
I need to take control of this. I don't mean to be rude. We're going to be here all night if you guys carry on, and I ain't got time to be here all night. I love you very much. Thank you. There she goes.
Right, if you come back, Sam.
No, I'm here. Right, okay. So on Android, all you need to do is at the very top, there's a square that's a smiley face. Click on it, and that will bring everything down in respect to location, time, music, events, tag, feelings, donate, questions. Does the whole lot. That's where you find it. So literally, all you need to do is you go on to, once you've done it on your Facebook, on the bottom, you hit share. You share it to your story. And then all you need to do is you need to literally put a question. Like, so you've got your Facebook link. And you can literally put on it, like, we have a group if you want more information, yeah? And then just please ask me for a link, yeah? And it's as simple as that. I love the fact that you guys just let me go, boom. I love you so much. I really do. And he's like, I do. I think the world of you lot. I really do. I'm just really mindful of the time, and I know that people have got to put their kids to bed. So, and it's just literally share the story, and it is literally as simple as that. So you just literally go through the tribe, you copy it, you grab the pictures, you put your post on Facebook, and then you share it to your Facebook story. Over to Annie and Kenny.
We're just giving some tips, Sam, on how people can make videos.
Guys, what you got to understand is the reason we're telling you these things is because there's so many entrepreneurs out there. There's so much competition. Anything that you can do to make yourself stand out, to make yourself more appealing, you should always do it. You know, and if you don't know how to do it, like I said, just find out how to do it. You know, you can Google it, you can YouTube it. There's always ways that you can find out how to do something.
This is an app that I use, and it's only on Android. But guys, if you're on iPhone, just see if you can find something similar to that. It's called Pixaloop. So when you see that video that I've done that just moves, and Annie and Kenny are bang on the money, videos and music. That's what you want. You want to stand out as much as possible, and that's the way it's going to do it. I haven't put music on that one. I have literally just clipped it across because of how quick we're moving tonight on this Zoom call, because we've been on it an hour and 20 minutes now. But these guys are bang on the money what they're saying, and this is why they're able to attract so many people to them. And this is why Annie's on the way to be the 7-figure earner, and I'm sure Kenny is as well.
Thank you.
So no, much appreciated. I just needed to just jump in because I knew that I'd be like, right, let's go, boom, 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 boom. But you know what? It shows how strong and watertight us are when we work together. You can see, we can go, look, can you just stop? Let's go, dum, 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 dum. And all the respect that we've got amongst this team is off the wall. I'm going to be honest with you. I love working with you guys, and I absolutely love working in the Telegram chat. It's a blessing to work with you guys, and I don't care how many hours I have to give to you to serve you. You are all worth it. You really, really are. It's an amazing, amazing team to be a part of. Well, what are you doing? All I'm seeing is animals.
Mystery tour.
So, has anyone got anything else they want to say before we wrap this up? Because I think we've got 11 more minutes. An hour and a half will be good for this. Have I frightened you all that much? Dare I speak?
Sam, what have you done?
Do my usual.
I would just, I just think that we're doing a great job as a team, and I think I've heard Sam say it before. The only way you're going to be successful, and I did a live about this probably a few hours ago, is that you just have to be serious. You have to be serious about it and just be consistent. And teamwork makes dream work. So, you have to be consistent. You have to do what you have to do. You've got to be creative and just follow the best people. Be surrounded by the best people. And that's the only way it's going to work. But you have to believe in yourself that what you're doing is serious. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you're only going to promote your business once a week, that's not good. You have to do it daily. So the thing is, like I said earlier on a few hours ago, is if people see that you're serious, they will take you seriously, and then they will think, right, okay, this person's serious, I want to join that person. If you're the type of person that's only going to promote once a week or as and when you feel like it, they're not going to take you seriously, and they'll go to the next person who is.
Feel free to use the stuff from the Lifestyle Tribe onto your page. Don't just copy and share because it won't work. You've got to put a bit of work into it. But also, on top of that, guys, feel free to start posting in it as well, because we want you to interact as much as possible in that group. The reason for it is your prospects are in that group. If they only see us, they're not going to take you seriously. You've got to start stepping up to be noticed.
Sam, that is absolutely spot on, because something I've noticed is, I think there's a few of you that post regularly. Amy, I know, does. And the interaction that you end up getting, you don't want to, I'm not saying that you would lose anyone, but if people can see that you're active in that group, they know it's working for you. You're the one that's introduced them to the group. So if it's working for you and you've got the connection, they want to know more. And so I would definitely recommend to get more active in that group. I'm going to be stepping up and getting more active. I think we need to make it more fun, and we need higher energy in there. Although the posts, Sam, that you do are absolutely phenomenal. But if we're all doing the same, not exactly the same kind of thing, a bit of a variety, bring our own personalities in there. If we're all doing a little bit, I mean, that it's grown to what, 2.1k? We were under 2k not long ago, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, and that's exactly what we should be doing.
Paula, you just hit on something really magical just there. You really have. My audience that I bring through, I don't know exactly what every single one of them wants off me in that group. No, I don't. But I could be posting the way that I think what they want. And you know what? One of you could put a post up there and they go, boom, that's it, I want in. Because you might be that one person that identifies what makes them tick. And this is why we've got to help each other to move forward.
Absolutely. I agree, Sam.
It's been a really good Zoom call. I think that this has been the best Zoom call we've had for a long, long time.
Lots of value. Lots of value here. It was worth every second. Every second.
Please record it. Just to remind me as well. I'm gonna push it. Please. I hope it's get recorded, right?
It is recorded. Don't worry, Christina.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep again tonight, so thank you very much, guys.
Okay.
I've not been sleeping.
Good night. Yeah. Good.
You guys rock. You really, really do. You rock. Let's rock the shit out of this. Come on. Absolutely.
Now get some rest already. It's late over there.
Yeah, it's late over here, Kenny. Yeah, but I'm still going to be networking. I can't go to sleep now. I've got to do something.
Oh, I know you're gonna be up. You're gonna be up very, very late.
You know
I
me,
know.
Kenny. You know
You
me.
and Samantha both.
Whose voice is
It
that we
doesn't
keep
matter.
hearing? The gentleman who keeps giving all the information. What is your name? I don't know who you are.
Are you talking about me, Kenny?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Kenny.
Kenny. Okay, cool. Because you keep saying connect with me, and I'm not knowing who to connect with.
I love Bob.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Bob.
It's always a pleasure to meet me. What are you talking about?
There you go. That's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look.
Look at the fun we're having, guys. Look at what's happening. This is magical. This is how we network. We get together, we have fun, we enjoy it, and we show people what they're missing.
It's getting girls out here.
Hey, what's up, homie? What up? Damn, you got a bunch of people.
Hey, look, I found some friends. I got friends here.
Come on over.
How much did you pay him?
Motherfucking man, goddammit.
Here, let me unmute. Let me unmute. Okay.
Right.
Hey,
Hey,
Samantha, look.
come on over.
Look.
Come on over.
Hey,
He's
you're
our
all-
buddies. It's the man, goddammit. Come on over. Trinidad.
I'm getting embarrassed.
We're taking you on a trip through Trinidad. These are my buddies here. You know, you guys come on over.
Look, stop talking to me and sign up. Right. Are we done, guys? Yeah. See you later.
You guys are all
God bless. Good call, team.
Bye. Bye.